こんばんは。リラックスしながらお聞きください。英語で国内ニュースから今日の主なニュースをお届けします。
Chiba Prefecture has confirmed 9 deaths after repeated rain bans brought record heavy rain. Homes were also badly damaged. More than 1,200 houses have been flooded, including both above-floor and below-floor flooding. More rain may fall through the evening, and residents are being urged to watch for landslides.
About 20,000 Ukrainian children are believed to have been taken to Russia, but only about 10% have returned. Many were told they were going to camps, then taken by bus to Russia. Reports say their names, birth dates, and nationality may be changed, and they may be raised in orphanages or foster homes as Russians.
Authorities in Kumamoto say the July 28th earthquake damaged 30,894 homes as of the afternoon of August 15th, including estimated figures. The total includes 1,283 completely destroyed homes, 1,163 half-destroyed homes, and 11,074 partly damaged homes. The earthquake caused 39 deaths among 393 human casualties.
A 17-year-old in the Boston area has been charged with killing his 45-year-old mother and 14-year-old brother. Prosecutors say he discussed ideas and imaginary stories about killing his family with ChatGPT before the incident. He denies the charges and will undergo a mental evaluation. A damaged laptop and a knife-like object were found.
At an Aeon mall in Kumamoto, a tenant employee said they returned after evacuation to collect cash and valuables. After being told re-entry was allowed, the doors were locked, and another exit had a fire shutter down. The employee felt their body lift before hearing an explosion. More than 26,000 households still have no water.
A junior high school boy was pulled from the Tama River in Fuchu, Tokyo, on the morning of August 16th. He was found face down in water about 2 meters deep and taken to a hospital in critical condition, unconscious. He was believed to have been playing with friends when he drowned.
People returning from visits to their hometowns and vacation spots are causing the peak travel rush of the Bon holiday season. On August 16th, both bullet trains and flights reached their busiest point. Crowds began forming from the morning, with many travelers heading home after the holiday.
Police arrested a 32-year-old right-wing activist near Yasukuni Shrine in Tokyo on suspicion of obstructing an officer and causing injury. Police say he threw a security cone and body-checked a male officer in his 40s on August 15th. The officer suffered injuries to his right knee and hand. The man admitted obstruction.
A missing 12-year-old British girl was found after she visited a police box in Yokohama alone on August 15th. She had no injuries and said she missed her parents. Police believe there was no crime. While missing, she used public transportation, visited several anime-related places, and spent time at an internet cafe.
次は社会のニュースです。
In Kumamoto Prefecture, 39 people have died in the earthquake as of 8 a.m. on August 16th. The figure includes people suspected of dying from disaster-related causes. A total of 3,159 people are staying in evacuation shelters across the prefecture.
Heavy rain in Chiba has damaged about 1,300 homes. 9 people have died, and 1 person is still missing. These latest figures were reported at 4:25 p.m. on August 16, 2026. The report did not provide further details about the damage or the missing person.
Prime Minister Takaichi did not visit Yasukuni Shrine on August 15th, Japan's day to remember the war dead. The move is believed to reflect concern about diplomatic effects. Instead, she paid respects from a parking area about 200 meters away. Conservative supporters still want her to visit while she is Prime Minister.
A report revisits a 2001 case in Amagasaki, Hyogo Prefecture. The body of a 6-year-old boy was found inside a large black plastic bag floating in a canal. Workers discovered it on August 13th. Police identified him after his parents reported him missing 1 week earlier. The article also discusses child abuse risks during long school holidays.
At about 11 a.m. on August 16th, a junior high school boy was swept away in the Tama River in Fuchu, Tokyo. He was believed to have been playing with friends. Rescuers found him face down in water about 2 meters deep at around 11:40 a.m. He was taken to a hospital unconscious and in critical condition.
3 spectators suffered minor injuries at a fireworks festival in Tsuruoka, Yamagata Prefecture, on the night of August 15th. They were hit by flying objects. There was information that one firework may have exploded on the ground. Police are investigating the exact circumstances.
The return rush after the Bon holiday is reaching its peak on August 16th for bullet trains and flights. Many people who spent the holiday in their hometowns or at vacation destinations are traveling home. Trains and planes have been crowded since the morning, according to the report.
The panda house at Tokyo's Ueno Zoo, where Shang was born, will be dismantled starting August 17th. Shang was returned to China in 2023. On August 16th, many people visited the building to say a final goodbye to this place filled with memories before the work begins.
After the Bon holiday, the risk of heat stroke is high because the body may lose its adjustment to hot weather. Very hot conditions are expected again, mainly in western Japan from August 18th. The number of places above 35 degrees Celsius may increase, peaking on August 19th. Caution is advised.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
Debate over constitutional revision is becoming more active in Japan. The ruling parties want to speed up work on writing an emergency clause into the Constitution as they prepare for a proposal. Opposition parties remain divided over whether revision is necessary. Discussions are expected to intensify during an extraordinary Diet session this fall.
On August 15th, 4 ministers in Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's cabinet, including Defense Minister Koizumi, visited Yasukuni Shrine on the day marking the end of the war. Prime Minister Takaichi did not visit. Instead, through Party Secretary General Suzuki, she paid a ritual offering with her own money as party leader.
The government says posts on Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's X account are not administrative documents and do not need to be kept. The Cabinet Secretariat does not operate the account, it says. Experts warn that public duty posts, including disaster updates, may be difficult to review later and call for mandatory preservation.
The government has identified 17 strategic fields for priority investment. A plan from the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry calls for a total of 3.7 trillion yen in public and private investment by 2040. The money will target semiconductor production in Hiroshima Prefecture and shipbuilding in the Seto Inland Sea region.
Markets have lost confidence in Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's aggressive spending policy. After the government approved its basic economic policy on July 21st, The yen weakened to around 163 yen to the dollar, and long-term interest rates rose. To slow the yen's fall, Japan and the United States carried out coordinated yen buying intervention on July 31st.
Protein products in Japan have nearly doubled in price in 2 years. People use them for fitness and health, and they are sold widely in convenience stores. Major makers say supplies are difficult to secure. One factor is the Mounjaro weight loss drug boom in the United States. Its off-label use is a social issue in Japan.
U.S. stocks fell on August 14th as concerns grew about worsening tensions in the Middle East. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 107.58 points to close at 53,732.41. The Nasdaq also fell, down 73.87 points to 26,729.16. The United States said it might continue an indefinite naval blockade of Iran around the Strait of Hormuz.
Frozen food maker Nichirei says a July cyber attack may have exposed personal information belonging to some employees. The data may include names, birth dates, email addresses, and human resources information. No misuse has been confirmed. The attack also disrupted warehouse operations at a logistics group company, causing product shortages at some restaurants and stores.
Japan's Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology is considering a new program for universities that support women researchers. Eligible universities would receive up to about 50 million yen per year. The goal is to help researchers balance childbirth and other life events with their research.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
Hanamaki Higashi High School of Iwate defeated Aimei High School of Kagawa 4-0 in the Summer National High School Baseball Tournament. Hanamaki Higashi created chances with aggressive base running. The victory sent the team to the quarterfinals for the first time in 3 years.
Takasaki Health and Welfare University High School of Gunma defeated Sano Nihon University High School of Tochigi 4-1 in the Summer National High School Baseball Tournament. The win secured a place in the quarterfinals for the first time in 12 years.
Yuka Yasuda won the NEC Karuizawa 72 Women's Golf Tournament by a wide margin. She shot a 68 in the final round, with 6 birdies and 2 bogeys. Yasuda finished at 23 under par or 193 strokes for her first win of the season and the third of her career. She won 18 million yen.
Masaya Suzuki's planned transfer to Paris Saint-Germain has fallen through. The report says 3 conditions became obstacles. They included the agent's fee and a guarantee that Suzuki would be the team's first-choice goalkeeper next season. The report says these conditions prevented the move from being completed.
Masataka Yoshida has suffered an injury to his left hamstring. The injury could affect the Boston Red Sox as they compete for a place in the postseason. Details about how long Yoshida may be out have not been given in the report.
Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Dodgers hit a timely triple against the Milwaukee Brewers. He started the game and faced pitcher Mizurowski, who is known for his very fast pitches. The Dodgers played the Brewers at home in Los Angeles on the 15th, but Los Angeles lost the game.
Kazushi Imafuku finished second in the men's 1,500-meter freestyle at the Pan-Pacific Championships. He recorded 14 minutes, 42.59 seconds, setting a new Japanese record. Imafuku, from Hirakata Swimming School, achieved the result at the competition in Irvine, California.
Kazuma Okamoto of the Toronto Blue Jays had one hit against the New York Yankees. It brought his season total to 100 hits. Okamoto started as the number 5 hitter and third baseman. The Blue Jays played at home in Toronto on the 15th and won their second straight game.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
As the original negotiation deadline in a memorandum between the United States and Iran approaches, Iranian Foreign Minister Arakchi said there is no ceasefire that should be extended. The United States also continues to take a confrontational position. The negotiations remain at a standstill with no clear progress reported.
A magnitude 7.7 earthquake struck near Indonesia's Flores Island on August 15th. At least 47 people have died, and about 2,000 residents have evacuated because of widespread building damage. Waves of less than 1 meter were observed in several areas. In 1992, an earthquake and tsunami in the region killed about 2,500 people.
Russian President Vladimir Putin arrived off the coast of Itorofu Island aboard the flagship of Russia's Pacific Fleet when he visited the island on August 13th, residents said. It appears to be the first time a senior Russian official has entered the Northern Territories by warship. The information became known on August 15th.
President Donald Trump said he would never apologize for high gasoline prices in the United States. He said fighting involving the United States, Israel, and Iran has effectively blocked the Strait of Hormuz, keeping prices high. Trump argued that paying slightly more is worthwhile to prevent an extremely evil country from obtaining nuclear weapons.
A wildfire in Belgium's Hoots-Vagnes Nature Park has burned 27 square kilometers, making it the worst wildfire in the country's history. Belgium asked the European Union for help. EU countries sent 2 aircraft and 3 helicopters. The fire continued spreading, forcing campers and hundreds of nearby residents to evacuate.
Australia and New South Wales will begin buying back firearms on November 2nd. The program targets guns above the state's ownership limit and could cover up to 274,000 firearms, or about 24% of registered guns in the state. The governments will pay compensation and police will destroy the collected weapons.
Ukraine says about 20,000 children have been taken to Russia, but only about 10% have returned. Many were reportedly sent away under the explanation of a camp. The children may undergo Russianization, including changes to their names, birth dates, and nationality, before being placed in orphanages or foster homes.
A Chinese ocean research vessel was seen extending a wire-like object into the sea in Japan's exclusive economic zone near the Senkaku Islands. Japan's Coast Guard demanded that it stop, saying the survey lacked Japanese consent. The vessel left the zone at about 10:15 p.m. on August 15th.
Ukraine's military said it attacked a Russian facility that manufactures rockets used to launch satellite communication systems. It also said it attacked warehouses for Russian military drones in Ukrainian areas occupied by Russia. The announcement did not provide further details about the damage or casualties from the attacks.
続いて、文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Kabuki actor Shikinosuke Nakamura, 43, has announced the birth of his first child, a baby girl. He shared the news on his radio program on August 15th. He said, "I finally became a father on August 11th. Nakamura is the second son of the late actor Kanzaburo Nakamura. He announced his marriage last April.
Actress Atsuko Maeda says her child is the center of her life and gives her a strong sense of purpose. She sometimes brings her child to work. However, Maeda says she does not want a parent and child to become so dependent that they cannot be apart. She has managed her own office since 2021.
Walt Disney Animation Studios has announced production of Zootopia 3. The announcement was made at the D23 fan event in California. Director Jared Bush said the world of Zootopia will grow with the arrival of birds. He also said familiar characters from the first two films will return. Release details are not yet known.
The popular game series Kingdom Hearts, created through a collaboration between Square Enix and Disney, will become an animated series. It is planned for Disney Channel and Disney+. The story follows Sora, Donald Duck, and Goofy as they travel through worlds inspired by Disney works. Broadcast and streaming dates are not known.
The latest average circulation of the popular manga magazine Weekly Shonen Jump has fallen below 1 million copies for the first time. A magazine industry survey found circulation at just over 980,000 copies. At its peak, the magazine published 6.5 million copies. The figure shows a major change from its most successful period.
Generative AI is becoming more visible in music. Already, 481 songs have been made by AI, and AI-created songs are also appearing in karaoke. One example was created during a 2-hour lunch break for a golf course in Kochi. The creator wrote lyrics, then used an AI music service to produce the song.
The National Film Archive in Tokyo says its crowdfunding campaign has reached its initial goal of 100 million yen. The campaign will continue until September, with a new goal of 150 million yen. The archive collects, preserves, and presents films, posters, and books. The campaign began after government operating funds were sharply reduced.
The Ozawa International Chamber Music Academy Okushiga opened in July, 2 years after conductor Seiji Ozawa's death. This summer, 24 young musicians from Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan trained for 10 days in Nagano. They studied under musicians who had worked with Ozawa and performed string quartets and a Dvorak serenade.
The Panda House at Tokyo's Ueno Zoo will be dismantled starting August 17th. Many people visited on August 16th to say a final goodbye to the place where Xiang Xiang was born. Xiang Xiang was returned to China in 2023. Visitors came to remember the panda and their memories of the building.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。